honey, that was a shocking one, wasn't it? Wasn't it, people? That was a very, very shocking one. Give me 1 second. Listen, the people came and they shook the villa up, honey. They did. A lot of people are. I feel like people may be upset, disappointed, or whatnot. Um, People have a lot of thoughts over there on the social media, and I'm sure for Jeremiah, he's really happy to receive some of the support that he's getting online. Um, I feel like I got a few thoughts. We are gonna go through the episode, of course, but let me say this. Let me make sure. I just want to actually put it in my so I don't forget. So make sure you guys are coming into the video. Okay. If you are coming into the video and you haven't supported the channel by liking, girl, I don't even know what you here for. You might as well go ahead and just skedaddle, honey. Cause honestly, on my end, it's really giving 14 likes, but over 100 people here. So I really should just be entertaining the cute little 14. Hello? Now the other 100 or so, y'all could really go somewhere else. Okay? Cause I don't even know why y'all not even pushing the tappy tap. Girl, y'all got me up here late night trying to discuss this and work y'all through, help y'all through y'all emotions after y'all fave just got sent home. Okay, so you know I like them likes to match it. Okay, so let's get to it. But listen, let me make this note real quick. All right, boom. So I will remember to say that towards the end of the video. Okay. So for the people that are not privy, okay, well, everybody here should be privy, but y'all, honestly, I know that Love Island is blowing up, but some people still do not watch the show. I get a lot of people in my comments that say I don't watch this show. I just come and watch your reviews, so people don't be knowing what's going on. So I run through the review and stuff for them, with them, or for them. Um, Another thing I want to say is a few things I'm probably gonna get to before we even get into the episode. Ariana did a well, of course, she was over on After Sun and she said some things, okay? And she wanted to let the people know that if y'all over there on them folks' comments going in on them on their page, calling up their relatives and stuff, she wanted the people to know that they doing too damn much. Now, let me tell y'all something. This is why I hate a little bit that this show has blown up the way that it has because when you get additional mouths on a store on a show, it can be problematic. You know what I'm saying? It could be problematic. Like, some people are like, oh, we're the dark skinned bombshells and where's this and that? Girl, they all finna be in Casa Amor. They're all finna be in Casa Amor, honey. They is coming, okay? I'm like, it was just like I just saw nitpick after nitpick after nitpick. I'm like, oh girl, y'all want a show to be so damn politically correct so bad that y'all gonna run this shit into the ground and bitch, you ain't even like you don't even go here for real. So I just want the people to ease back and just, chill out just a little bit, with the harassing. I heard that Huda got a lot of hate comments. I can imagine if she got a lot, Jeremiah got a lot. Y'all can't stand Ace. Y'all been on Ace's head. And nobody's saying don't have no opinion. You know what I'm saying? But child, some of y'all, I mean, I guess like know when your opinion, know when you doing too much, maybe. But Ariana had to come down to After Sun and tell y'all need to fall back and chill the hell out. We appreciate y'all watching the show and we love that we got these new viewers, okay? She said, but y'all need to pipe the fuck down. I said, girl, I know that's motherfucker right, Ariana. Girl, I am with you. We see each other because they doing too damn much. Because one thing that people like to do is create think pieces out of something, okay? Something that ain't really nothing. But anywho, what else did I want to say before we get into the episode? I feel like it may have been one more thing that I wanted to mention, but if it comes up, it'll come up. So at the top of this episode, we do see what Huda sits down with Sierra and Chelley, and they have this talk. And I told y'all that I felt like Chelley wasn't really interacting with Huda that much. And I say ever since she got with Ace, she hasn't been really interacting with her. And the sit down that these ladies had with each other really confirmed for me that they haven't been as close. And I'm like, dang, I wonder what happened. Like, of course, it is the fact that some of her antics in the villa. But I also feel like, y'all, something else happened. Something else happened. Um, Something else happened. Huda did something else. I don't know what it could have been, but the people was all so damn scared of her, so much so that people really kept their distance, which was also interesting considering the fact that Sierra also gave her some encouraging words when we saw the last episode. And I really like that Sierra did that. I may not like, let me say this, I may not be a fan of Huda, and I may not like her actions in the villa. However, I did like that Sierra was able to pour into her in that moment. And I hope that she really received what it is that she said. Because let me tell y'all something. The way, like, we all on Huda's head for real, but she gonna cringe. When she watches, and matter of fact, Huda has the type of actions to me of a person that really don't want to watch themselves back. She really not gonna want to watch her because she knows she was spazzing. But she is going to be so cringe when she sees how she's shown up on this damn show over a man that she really hasn't even known for that damn long. She is going to be, yes. Okay. It's gonna be tough for Miss Girl. But anywho, so Huda mentioned last episode that she didn't like how everyone kept calling her or kept pretty much calling her out, pouring the milk on her or whatever from the previous episode. She kind of felt picked on. And for me, I'll be honest, I kind of thought about it like this. Well, that's not much different than how Ace felt a few weeks ago or a week or so ago when you guys kept pieing his ass in the face with them pies. And y'all kept calling him to the front. He said that you pissed him off. So I guess it ain't really that different, huh? I guess what goes around does come around, doesn't it? Hey, Hannah. But I'm just saying, you know? So I didn't really feel bad that she felt bad about that. Like, I felt like I was being picked on. Well, Ace felt like that too not too long ago. What else is going on? So then Chelley says the reason they chose Huda was because they were trying to figure out who was in drama on the show. And she said, and it turned, well, pretty much in the village, she says it turns out that Huda was in drama. Like, you was in drama, girl. Like, it was an obvious pick. The obvious pick was you, girl. It is what it is, okay? You did what you did. You may have felt picked on, but we wouldn't have nothing to pick on if you wasn't out there doing what you was doing. The fuck you talking like, girl? What? So then Huda says that she knows that it's a challenge, but her being the person who spreads drama and all of that, it hurts. Well, it sucks. It is what it is. It's unfortunate. It really is. But it was like a buildup. It was drama. It was like something every day. Okay, until you saw that you was really on that chopping fucking block and they saved you. That's when you really try to get yourself together, when you realize how you truly could be out of this damn villa. And honestly, you would still be in the same cycle if Jeremiah wouldn't have cut that shit off. So there's that. Huda says Sierra, Chelley, and Olandria are her closest friends, and she loves them to death, even though she says, and they've seen her through pretty much everything that she's been through with Jeremiah. She says she was terrified of making friends because she has a hard time like trusting people. And she says she knows there were times that she may not have been there for them enough. And she's sorry for that. And Sierra says, girl, I hear you. Like, I get it. I get it. I want you to prioritize yourself, but she says that she didn't want her to continue to stay in that headspace that she was in. It says that she apologizes for any distance that she created. And that again confirms to me that Miss Huda did something. Huda did something for the girls to back the hell up off her. And I just feel like it was more than just her calling old boy a puss. You know what I'm saying? Calling him a bitch. I feel like it was a little more than that. Right? Because even Sierra said, when she charged that Iris, like, I was scared. So I think it could have been some other antics that went down that they did not show us from Miss Huda hand. So Huda says that she doesn't have a lot of friends, and being in the villa makes this proof as to why, she says, and says there's more to her than crashing out. And she wants the opportunity to rewrite her story. Okay. So that's how she feels. Now, let me say this and get this out the gate. I am here for the Islanders making a decision, but what I don't like, and even though this is the history of the show, don't get it twisted. However, let's change it up just a little piece. When us Americans tell y'all who is not at the top, be clear. Be clear. And if you are at the bottom, send their ass the fuck home. For real, for real. That's how I feel. Send them home. I feel like it's actually unfair to the people that vote if somebody else is in the bottom, and it's a universal decision primarily, meaning Y'all got the lowest of the low votes. Okay, less than 100,000 or whatever type votes. Why is they still there when America has spoken? I need y'all to take into account a little bit more of what the hell it is that we say. Now, y'all gave us a little piece the other week, okay, and we do appreciate it. Thank you. However, when we said what we said, we meant what it is that we had said. We don't come, okay, don't come behind me. After I told you what, don't come behind me trying to do something different after I told you what it is. Okay? That's all I'm saying. So don't you ask another islander. We are the extra islanders, okay? We are the bombshells. We are the ones to let y'all know what's gonna be happening in that damn villa. You understand? That's how I do feel about it. Now, if you don't listen to the viewers on other stuff, you need to listen to that. Period. So if I tell you that bitch ain't in my top, that ain't in my top. Period. And get them up out of here. Pack them up. But anyway, don't you send no islander behind me. I feel like one of them parents. Okay, when I tell you what it, don't you go behind me and do something else. Okay, I didn't tell you to do that. So anywho, Jeremiah and Iris are talking. And Iris tells him that she seems more of she feels like their situation or their connection is more of like a friendship type thing, right? And Iris tells him that she kissed old boy, and Jeremiah called her a freaky frog. I said, no, you didn't. I said, no, you did not call this lady no freaky frog. Like you wasn't up there getting freaky yourself up there. So he ends up telling her about his kiss with Andrina. So they both have agreed that this is a friendship couple. I think that was something that was missing when it came to the decisions toward the end of the episode. I don't think the guys were aware of the conversation that he and Iris had. Yes, um it was given friendship, from Jeremiah's side, but it also was given that from Iris's side, right? And I don't think they were privy to the conversation between the two where they both agreed on what type of coupling this was going to be moving forward, right? However, at the same time, I don't think that it would have mattered. So let's keep going. All right. So Iris says that she's happy that he found what he wants, and he does deserve love. And Jeremiah says he'll always have her back in there because she and Austin were the only ones to really have his back. So I'm gonna be honest. Although I was shocked by the ending, I wasn't expecting that. But at the same time, as I was watching the episode, for me, it was different. I felt like it was something about the conversations that Jeremiah had throughout that day. And I think it was this one in particular with Iris when he said, I always have your back in here or something. I was like, ooh, I feel like Jeremiah, you might be not nah, I think he finna go home. Well, I mean, like that's just like, would they really do that? Like, would they really do Jeremiah like that? Like, nah, if they got the chance to put up Austin or something like that, like, why would they put you? Nah, but I started to think as the episode was progressing that he was probably gonna be up out of here. But at the same time, it just did. It sounded like too good or something. It was like, not him, girl, please. So Amaya calls Nick babe. Y'all gonna have to give my girl Amaya, give her free. Y'all gonna have to send somebody in for her, and I think she might find that person at Casa. It's gonna be plenty of guys for her to choose from right there. And the way my girl called this man babe, and he over there acting like she doing too much, and I'm sitting up here like, motherfucker, you wish I was your mama. Come on, Miss Beyonce. Boy, you know I look good as for. I don't know what you talking about. Don't be treating my girl like that. You wish that you was really her babe. You better be glad that she calling you a piece of babe with your line ass. Girl, I can't stand. And I hate that he is still there. Okay, he is like, and I'm not saying this man is a roach. I'm not calling him a roach at all, but I'm saying it's a situation like when you're trying to smash one and they get in the way. Matter of fact, ain't even gotta be there. It could be any little bug you trying to step on it, but you just can't get to their ass because they a little quick. Okay, and that's the energy Austin is giving. Cause I feel like he getting past this too, like some other ones. Let me say this too. When it comes to this season, I feel like a lot of you guys would agree with me on this, and maybe not, and that's okay. Um, I feel like with this season, it may be one of the most watched seasons. Shout out to season 6 because you have to get them their credit, which is the reason why a lot of people are tuning in now. Okay, y'all gonna have to thank Serena and Cordell for that. Get them their things. But this is one of the most watched seasons, but also the the worst at the same damn time. It's just not. I don't think I just don't like no goddamn. But like I thought that I liked people, and after the decisions were made for today, I feel like I realized that I don't really like none of y'all. It's like high key. I will say I do like Olandria. What makes me dislike her is her decision to be so stuck on Taylor when Taylor ain't giving shit. And he, girl, I'm gonna get to that in a second. 'Cause I'm finna lay into Tay Tay. Okay, I was finna lay into that stick figure for sure, but let me not. Okay, I like Sierra. Sierra hasn't done anything for me to really dislike her. But what would make me not vote is going to be who they partners are. And I can't trust that. I'm not feeling Nick. Don't like Taylor. Ace is alright. I don't like his hard ons at times, but he is funny. I'll give him that. But outside of that, like I don't. I mean, bye, bye, bye. Amaya might get it. Okay. Well, girl, it depends on your partner too. It's y'all partners that I'm not feeling. But I do think that this may be one of the highest viewed seasons because people are trying to get into it since they're seeing that it's such a phenomenon on social media and everybody want to watch and be a part of the conversation and have something to say and da 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 da. But at the same time, it's just not that great. It's just, girl. Let's keep going. Let's keep going though, cause so Amaya calls Nick babe, and he acting like Ace, like she can't call him dad, and she doing too much. And Olandria tells her, "Girl, just take a step back." I said, "I know that's motherfucking right." Cause as soon as a person trying to tell you that you're a little too much, withdraw, bookie butts. Cause as soon as you withdraw and you not acting like your normal self, they're gonna be trying to be all in your damn face, trying to figure out what's wrong with you and try and get that energy back. They're gonna be trying to get that energy back that they said was a bit too damn much. And you spend all we do with Austin is hear his ass complain. Like that's all I hear. All I hear is lies. Talk about how many women he done smashed and done sent damn photos and this and that too. And then he sent over here complaining about Chelley and Ace. And then you ain't even in a coupling with Chelley no more. She's finally with Ace. And when y'all do catch up and chit chat with each other, what do we learn? That you still over here trying to talk about her and Ace. Like, let's move on. Then you get Amaya. Now you're finding an issue with Amaya. His type, in all honesty, his type is Ariana. That is his type. I think it may have been one girl in the villa, but here's the problem with Austin or for him. His problem is those are his types, but he is not their type. And any woman that if you see a woman from Casa Amor that comes into the villa that acts like she's into Austin, it's gonna have to. It's giving Bergie. Y'all remember Bergie? I think he was on the season that KK was on. What was it, season 4, 5? I think Bergie. I think the girl that came in. I don't know if they continue to date, but her energy towards Bergie was giving you really don't like him like that for real. But girl, you trying to make it all the way to the end. Okay, I can't remember. Was he on Timmy and Zeta or was he on there with KK now? And Hannah and them. I think that could have been right before Cordell and them got on there. But anywho, that's what Austin kind of gives a little bit, not in the same sense, but I do feel like when he go to Casa, I just don't see nobody really being interested in him. The go-to guy has been Nick. Now you got TJ there, who's very attractive. And first of all, the I forget, I think his name is it Ian, the voiceover guy. The way he was calling him the janitor, I was like, that is so messy because I realized what he was saying using his initials. But anywho, the janitor may be putting in some work over there at Casa Amor because he's a very handsome guy. And that's the other thing. Now that connections have, or now that Andrina's connection has left, I don't think they're gonna have them choose. I think Casa Amor is supposed to happen tomorrow, so I think she gonna go straight into that and just find her a whole new person. Because honestly, I think she might be disgusted by the guys potentially. I don't know, but yeah. So Olandria tells her to pretty much give him what he wants, okay? And let him see the difference between you being all up on him and not. And then Amaya says, people in here got me feeling like I'm going crazy. She said, girl, you're not. You're not crazy. Amaya says, I just wear my heart on my sleeve. And, I don't know if that's the wrong way to go about things or what. It is. Don't throw yourself all the way out there like that so fast. Like, just hold what you got. Like, get them a little bit. And honestly, because you do seem like a giver and you give so much of yourself and stuff, I don't think anybody deserves that much of you in the beginning, especially without working for that. So yeah, you go all in and you be all of that to your person, not to them. Just get them a little piece. And obviously with this motherfucker, it don't take that much, really. But Olandria tells her someone will appreciate that, and she's right. And I appreciate the advice that she was giving her, because she was giving, it was like Sierra giving her the advice. So Amaya says that she's a big loving person, and some people think she's too much for them, and she's not gonna change for anybody. And I'm like, listen, girl, we don't need to do no more guys whose names start with an A, because it's giving asshole, okay? Period. So if they name start with an A, you might have to run away. You understand? I'm just saying. So let's get to Nick and Sierra. So Nick keeps talking about his short time in bed with her. It was 25 seconds, now it's 30 seconds or whatever. Basically, he ain't last long. Nick said something to me, in my opinion. He said something that was a red flag in my personal, and I need Sierra to go find her a new partner. Nick says he usually takes a lot of time with someone he likes. Now, it could go either way. It could have been Nick felt uncomfortable because, hell, you got about 10 other folks or however many other folks in a room with you, and you ain't used to doing that with other folks in the room, right? Could have been that. Um, well, the third thing could have been Nick is lying and he always a quickie man, right? Or three, it could be that he meant what he said when he said he usually takes a lot of time with someone he likes. And does he actually like you? And it's crazy because that's why I'm so glad with this decision. People are seeing Nick for who the fuck he really is, because I've been told y'all that energy y'all be giving Ace, that's Nick. Nick be the one that primarily has been entertaining people since the bombshell Sierra came into the building. And y'all sat up here and allowed Nick to send two people home, Bella and then Jeremiah. I feel like Nick needs to feel the weight of what it's like. Even if he don't go home, he need to feel the weight of what it's like to be on that chopping block like that. But anywho, so he's talking to her, and he says last night activities was an indication that of how he feels towards her. Is it? Because when you got to the game, you showed your ass and grabbed a little bit of ass too. So I'm a little confused on what this was supposed to show about your feelings towards her. And right when I was thinking that, she brought up the game. She brought up the challenge. All right. And how it made her feel watching him. She said she usually don't say nothing, and she just ride out and she just be like, you know what I'm saying? It's cool. Yeah. I ain't gonna say that. Okay, this cool, clock it. We good. Nah, she said, I'm for to speak up. I said, you better mother and speak up, because what you don't say nothing about is what will continue. So speak up, let him give you his honest truth, and then you make a decision on how you want to move from there. Because you ain't got to put up with no motherfucker. I mean, very clear. You don't have to put up with nobody. So he tells her that he would be lying if he did tell her that he wasn't attracted to Andrina, right? And then he says, but challenges are challenges. Now, this is why I feel like he was trying to manipulate her a little bit, or use some type of reverse psychology or something on this woman, talk about, so, challenges are challenges. That's what they're there for, to test our connection. Damn, well, you sure was testing it. You was testing it mighty hard the way you was grabbing on that lady. It's okay. I felt the way about that a little piece. Okay. I was like, damn, I mean, she gave you permission to kiss her. Did she give you permission to grab on her ass too? Anywho, so Sierra says that she doesn't know what he tells those other girls, but when it comes to her, she's open to the vibes and connected with other people, but she's also very clear about the strong connection that she has with Nick. And I said, girl, let them go ahead and play at movie night, how anxious and how uppity and jumping he was to tell Andrina how open he is. Okay. And what he told Iris when he was so ready to get to know, he be ready to be snatched up, y'all. Anywho, so Nick brings up her having the freedom to explore. And he says that also, he says that because he be having a damn good time exploring on his own. So he wants her to go do the same so he don't feel so bad on what he doing. But that is the way of the game too. I think that she should go ahead and just keep your options open. I think that Sierra is playing it right. Yes, be open and honest. Like, I have a really strong connection with this person. We really vibe well, but I'm not gonna stop myself from getting to know you. Like, yeah, tell me more about you. I'm enjoying this, whatever. Like, I think she's playing it right. I feel like in my personal, I feel like Nick came onto this show to be a freaky little boy, high key. I don't think Nick came on this show to like get like actually get to know him, meet some, meet his love of his life or something like that. You know, he getting to test out these experience like a lot of the guys are that they wouldn't normally have out there. But anywho, Ace and Shelly talking. He tells her that he's enjoying being with her and nothing compares. Oh, nothing compares. But you was over there jumping at your damn heels when Andrina walked into the villa. Yeah, but nothing compares. Nothing compares to being with her. But your ass chose Amaya over her. Little young man, fuck you. Okay, fuck you. But nothing compares, and he feels like he found someone who makes him laugh and doesn't take him too serious or whatever he says. Yeah, until you get it's to Casa Amor. Until you get to Casa Amor, then we gonna see, right? So he tells her it's been nice to share the bed with someone he really cares about, and she makes him happy. And she's like, "Oh, thank you." So he landed on think, and she likes that. So my thing is, Shelly, when you get to Casa, what's gonna happen? What you gonna do? You better, you better get in them Casa streets. You understand me? You better not be on that sidewalk. You better get in the game. Okay? And just off of the fact that he had you standing there, almost got you sent home, BIT, you should bring a man back just for him to be shaking. In my personal, that's crazy. So then Huda tries to console Sierra, and Sierra ignores her. And I did not like that Sierra did that to Huda. I didn't like that. Like, girl, don't be mad at me, BITCH, because that man pissed you the hell off. If you don't want to talk about it right now, then just say, well, Huda said the other day, I don't really want to talk about it right now. That's all you got to say. But just because you and your feelings, you ain't got to ignore me. I ain't do shit to you. Okay. So Nick tells Olandria that he doesn't want someone that's crazy. Not Nick, but Austin tells Olandria that he doesn't want somebody that's so crazy about him after 2 fucking days. Cha. Yeah, I do not like Austin. I don't. It's so obvious. I say it every episode. I cannot stand him. Hold on, pause. Um. Okay. I had to check in the comments for some. But yeah, I want him to go. You don't want nobody that's crazy about you after 2 days. Now listen, I get that though. I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. But you also don't help yourself when you're talking to her and you don't tell her how you truly feel though. Like you did with Jeremiah. Right? And you ain't gotta be mean to her, but you could just tell her. Um don't nobody need to be crazy about it. I just don't. I just can't. So Andrina hugs Jeremiah, and he wanted to kiss her, but she gave him the cheek. So this was at that night when everybody was going around hugging whatever, and she hugged him, and he wanted to kiss her lips, and she gave him the cheek to kiss, and then Nick wanted to cuddle Sierra. And Sierra was like, "Oh, you're very warm." I said, "Ooh." Sierra's sick of your shit. But Sierra got real cozy when she was saved and let you kiss her cheek. I guess I hope she still explore though. So Olandria and Taylor. So Huda's over there talking to them and she tells them about her chat with TJ and she says that when he's out and about walking and stuff, she says that she wants some reassurance that he's interested in her. And she said Jeremiah would give her something like a signal or something to let her know that he's interested. And Taylor says that wasn't reassurance, that was obsession. I don't know whether he's saying that was obsession, as in Jeremiah was obsessed with Huda, or if he's saying that Jeremiah having a type for Latino women is an obsession. What y'all think? Because I don't know. Ace and Nick are talking, and Nick tells Ace about how Sierra had been acting that night, and how he said he wasn't going to ask her what's wrong. And I'm like, good. She probably didn't care. Some people want you to. I feel like that's toxic, and maybe both of them is. But when a person's not talking to you and they want you to keep asking, what's wrong? What's wrong? What's going on? What's going on? Right? But if she's not talking to you, and then you're not, and you don't run up behind her, I feel like she could also mean to just give her some time. right? And what I liked about Sierra, she didn't show her she didn't do a whole lot. The only thing she did was the thing I didn't like that she did when it came to Huda. When Huda asked her what's wrong and she ignored her. I didn't like that. But aside from that, it's just like, you're warm. Like, she ain't show her, she ain't call out his name. She ain't run around hooping and holler because she wasn't getting her way or nothing. It's just like, give me some time. When I'm ready to talk to you, I'll talk to you. But I ain't trying to talk right now. So there's that. Ace tells him, like, listen, sex changes things. It changes everything. And Nick says it wasn't the right move if he wanted to stay open, but the connection he has with her is way stronger than any girl. So I guess he's just talking about being, open and honest, like, him wanting to stay open but also still be connected. So Ace says that she wants him to be super locked in. And that's something that Nick is not trying to do right now. I also question if Nick is not trying to do that right now. And let me eat down real quick. So I'm wondering if Nick is not trying to do that because he genuinely doesn't want to do that. That is the vibe that I get. But I also question, is Nick not trying to do that because of Ace? And Ace having something to say if you get super locked in. And when Ace tells, which is so funny to me, when Ace tells Nick that she wants you to be super locked in, he kind of says it to me in a way of like, you should consider that. Like, she wants you to be super locked in. Like, that's how I took it. And then you also over there convincing Taylor to be all in with Olandria. But when it's Jeremiah's turn, Jeremiah does not get the opportunity, and he should not be afforded the opportunity to be all in with somebody. Yeah, it's hard to not say that you are jealous of something, right? I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's really jealousy or it's just like, I don't like that dude. I feel like he a fake man, and it's something about that. Because of course, a lot of people like to say everybody jealous. They jealous, jealous, jealous. And sometimes a person's not jealous, right? It could just be that I see them for their worst. Like, he's somebody, that person, he just fake. And my vibes about him, my vibe meter is not vibing. It could be that. But whatever it is, I feel away. And I also feel, I don't like how you're so heavily, why are you allowing yourself to be so heavily impacted by his couplings? That's stupid, guys. I don't like, yes, in the beginning, I do agree. Like, yeah, open yourself up. You're not opening yourself up to other people. You automatically friend zoning these people, and you're not really giving them the time of day. And you only been connected to Huda for like a week or so. But this second time around with Jeremiah, I have to disagree after we've seen the conversation. And again, they weren't, I guess, privy to this, but we saw where he and Iris made a collective decision. And matter of fact, we saw Iris say it before he did. So the giddiness that they feel that Jeremiah has about connecting with the person that's actually interested in him is the same thing that Iris had with TJ. Automatically saying, oh, we're just in a friendship couple. It's just a friendship. Like, for me, I'm sure it is for him too, right? That's what she said. Then she runs over, and I think she was talking to Amaya. And then, oh, well, he hasn't pulled me for a chat. Like, he didn't even look at me. Like, that's what she wants. So either way it goes, Jeremiah was going to be just left out there, because if TJ gave Iris the chance, she was going to be snatched up. So what do y'all want the motherfucking man to do? What do y'all want? What y'all want the man to do at this point? If the lady likes him, she's interested, she's over there for a chat, and then this the other part they don't know, which is crazy. But also, I feel like even with this information, they still may not have cared, right? But he didn't even ask for the kiss or try to really initiate that. She did. That is what Andrina wanted. I don't think Jeremiah wanted to do that in front of everybody. But she said something like, you still gonna kiss me in front of everybody? Or would you kiss me in front of everybody? It's like, yeah, that's what you want, right? Because he's trying to be coupled up with her. So it's just crazy, child. I wasn't expecting that. But that's just, it's like y'all look at passes for some people, but then for others, it's a bit shaky. So these folk crazy. But anywho, so Sierra says that the talk that she had with Ace made her feel like he was okay with being in another couple. And if you're okay with coupling up with somebody else, she's like, then that just confirms to me that our feelings for each other are clearly not in the same place. Like, are you okay? right? So she's like, I feel like I need to put my walls back up. And I'm like, well, don't necessarily put your walls back up, right? But continue to explore. I personally feel move how he moving. Now don't move slimy and grimy like he's moving, but do what you're doing. I think Sierra is playing the game well, but that's just my personal. Okay. Chelley agrees and says that, something that she told her about getting to know more people or something like that. And then that's when Sierra was just like, yeah, I hear you. I need some space right now. And I think that's fine too. Give yourself a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But Nick really ain't it. But okay. Real quick, let me get to this super chat real quick. Thank you so much for the super chat. Let's talk with Susu. I think Tay never liked Jay. He's the only one that really don't be talking to Jeremiah. Oh, interesting. I think he just let Ace and Nick do all the talking. That's very possible. And I need them to show me what he do for my girl, because she be talking like he be doing a lot. Do you hear what I say? And I also would love, because let me also highlight this. So this season, what I've seen in this particular moment where the Islanders had to choose, I have not seen conversation. Okay. I was kind of skipping through just a little piece, but I saw where Ace said something about the only thing I saw was how Nick said, "Oh, well, this is a really tough decision for us to make," or whatever like that. And Ace is like, "You think you're the only person, or whatever? You think we all really want to be sitting up here making this decision, bro? Right?" So I'm wondering, was there more? Because y'all know last year with Leah, it was like this whole little thing. Everybody felt like she concocted a plan to get Andrea out, whatever the case was, right? And then they kind of showed some stuff, I think, at movie night. So I'm wondering if they're going to give us a little bit more of what was being said in the effort for Jeremiah to go home, possibly, or for Hannah. I don't know. But yeah. So y'all, they played one of my favorite songs by Avril Lavigne, "Complicated." But I don't think that was Avril. It was like a different type of rendition or something. But anywho, it was cute and I really liked that. And I said, girl, this is the perfect song. Why you had to go and make things so complicated? And I'm not talking about Nixon up there saying that he's not ready to close this ship up. I'm talking about you hopping on that man Zick is what I'm talking about. Cause see, that's what it is that made y'all go and have things so complicated. Okay. I see the way you acting. Okay. And it got me a little bit frustrated. Okay, so I get it, girl. I get it, but you kind of did it to yourself just a little piece. Cause see, you tried to mark. See, when marking your territory goes wrong, see, you should have learned from Huda. That's what you should have did. Okay, you should have learned from Huda. Period. So no, that happened on that man Zig trying to mark your territory. Territory said it's not marked over here. Okay, and if it was marked, it was given X marks the spot because it's for the streets. Okay, and at this point, Nick is for the island. Not the islander. Get it correct. He is for the island. And this is what I also want with Casa Amor. I want the girls to go away. I don't want to see the guy. Let they stay in the villa. Yeah, you can get you a little piece of eye candy, but let them come over there. They don't need to be given rewarded. They don't need to be rewarded going over away from the villa into Casa Amor as if they gone on a vacation within a vacation. No, leave them hoes right where they at. Let they stay right there. I think they did that last year. So let them stay right where they at. Anywho, let's see. So Amaya. So Amaya, girl, why is she over there? I'm not even gonna get. We don't care. We don't care. We don't care. We don't care. So Iris and TJ. So she asked him about his favorite part from yesterday's challenge. Y'all, the way TJ, the way he be running game, cause he don't mean none of this he talking about. I mean, kissing you, kissing you, kissing you, kissing you. That's what I like. I like that part. Boy, stop fucking lying. I don't believe that. And maybe he did. Okay, I'm gonna say he was lying, but he probably said the truth. Who knows? So anywho, he says that he's really comfortable with Iris right now, and I feel like he really wants Sierra, but I feel like he thinks Sierra is stuck on Nick. And he may not want to interrupt that. And now that they are about to have the Casa Amor girls, who is Iris? He's probably gonna pick and choose once he gets over there. So Hannah says that she misses Charlie sometimes, and I said, "Oh, you miss Charlie sometimes? Was you missing Charlie when you was getting piped by Pepe? Hello? no. That's all we asked you. We don't need extra because you like to give us extra, girl. We just asked you, did you miss Charlie when you was getting piped by Pepe? That's all we was asking. Okay, Miss Lickety Split, and it's really giving lickety spit, girl. That's what it is. Anywho, I'm not gonna hold y'all. I'm glad Hannah is gone. I know we may have need a freaky one in the villa, but at this point, everybody freaky, okay? But I'm glad she's gone. So Olandria and Taylor, so she set up a little date. She set up a little date with some candles and fruit. She loves pineapples. He said, "Oh, I don't like pineapple. They're disgusting. I can't stand it. Like, oh, I don't like no thing like this. It's so nasty." And she said, "What you like? Apricot?" She's like, "Apricot? What kind of black is you?" Apricot stuff. I ain't never heard that before. And I'm from the country. What kind of shit you talking about? So, anywho, he can't stand the pineapples, and he says he's seeing her differently. Girl, I could really pack it up right here. Girl, this season pisses me off so much. Yo, this man said that he could see her differently after this date. How? Because she opened the door for you and saved your bitch ass, and you're realizing at this point, the longer you stay closer to Olandria, then the longer you're going to have on the show. Because I refuse to believe people voted for you like that. So he says that she does appreciate the stuff that he does for her. Her doing this whole dinner setup for him lets him know that she appreciates the stuff. I'm like, what do you do besides go and run and get advice from Ace? And we've only seen you do about 2 things, and you barely wanted to do that. Girl, Olandria, I fear you might not win with him by your side, love. America gonna really be liking you for that to happen. So TJ and Huda. Matter of fact, at this point, I don't even know if I want any of the old. I'll say this: I don't even know if I want any of the original Islanders to win this show. I don't think I do. TJ and Huda talk, and he tells her he likes getting to know her, but he ain't feeling her like that. And she says, "May I ask why?" And he tells her, it feels more platonic. She says, "Well, I enjoyed our chats. I thought that there was chemistry there." And he pretty much, continues to turn her down as he's turning her down. She says she's used to a man being obsessed with her, so this is different. It ain't too damn different because Pepe when they're interested in you either just a few days ago. So is this any different? Because Pepe really ain't give you nothing. You the one that chose him for them challenges. He didn't choose you. So I don't know. I mean, is there something we not seeing? So she tells him, but I'm not upset. You don't have to worry. So she clearly understands how her actions may have made these guys feel. So you definitely gonna have to find your guy in Casa too. Because he's really not rocking with her, in my opinion, because of what he saw on television. And I would say that she's not his type, but he also went for Sierra. So I think Huda would typically be his type. He just didn't like her actions and how she can attach herself to a person so quickly, and then when she's not getting her way spazzed. So she had to reassure him and production, like, I'm not upset. You don't have to worry. Okay, I'm not gonna crash out. He said, okay, I just wanted to be clear. So down the line, it ain't no fuck you, TJ, you pussy. Like, it's not gonna be any of that. And she says, oh no, I'm not like that. I'm not like that, especially after a guy, says that he's not interested in me. Baby, you very much so like that, girl. You very much so like that when that man wasn't interested. Okay, you very much so like that, girl. So Jeremiah and Andrina. So they're over there talking, and they actually were cute together. I'm not gonna hold y'all. They were cute. He had her over there laughing, okay, laughing real hard. And the guy thinks that Jeremiah got his type, and the guys are thinking this, right? So they like, what do y'all think? He gonna Taylor, what you think of this situation over here? Well, I think he got his type. You know what I'm saying? So he good. Like, that's what I'm thinking. So Ace is like, nah, on some Ray J nah, I just feel like he over there repeating the trend. It's the same thing. He friends on it, Heisman everybody else, right? And then he getting closer to the girl that he really want to be with. And I feel like he repeating the pattern. We already went through that drama before, and I don't think we need to be going through that drama again. Now, can I say this? When it comes to Jeremiah being with that woman or wanting to be with her and then friend zoning Iris, as I said earlier, the guys may not be privy to that. But also, I have to say, Jeremiah did not choose Iris. America chose Iris for him. So, to me, there was already a there was already not much of attraction for her anyway. I feel like if they would have sent, and that's what they should have did, if they would have sent Andrina in before they sent in Iris, I feel like we really would have got some good TV. Because now Jeremiah is getting yet another woman that is his type. And in my personal, Huda felt so comfortable in her connection because not only did they have conversations and they say they're gonna explore or whatever, but they still locked in or whatever it was. But she also never had nobody come in there, in my opinion, that was really like competition until Andrina entered the villa. That's why I'm like, who sent Iris in before they sent in Andrina? Because that would have been great TV to see that America would have put them together, and then you sat up there and showed y'all. That would have been more interesting. Now, granted, the guys still probably would have sent Jeremiah home if it came down to this. However, Jeremiah may have possibly not been in the bottom if he was actually in the bottom, right? Because we don't see the number count. But he may not have been in the bottom if he would have been partnered with Andrina. So who knows? Okay. So that's what it is that I'm thinking. So what else? Jeremiah tells Andrina he feels like he can be himself with her, and I don't know why he kept licking out his tongue. It was like giving really weird, and that's when she asked him to kiss her and to kiss all of that. And Huda, the first one over there clapping, acting like she's all good. Nah, she was hurt, but she needed to do that for herself. It's still hard for her to see him with somebody else when she was just so close to him, right? But she needed to do that for herself to make herself feel good. So they get texts. America has been voting for their favorite girl and boy, and the girls go first. All right. So they go first. They all have to stand up there, and each guy damn near gets a text. Okay. So you got Austin, who calls Olandria first. Now, when it comes to the girls, I do believe 1000% that is the order in from most votes to least votes. 1000%. I believe it was Olandria, Sierra, Chelley, then Huda, because that would be my count too. If I had to put them in order, that would be mine too. So then that left Iris, and then that also left Amaya, and then it also left Hannah. So all three of them were up there. So I feel like honestly, between the three, I think, and I know people may feel like, how did Huda win? Huda got her little fan base though. So whether, y'all, a lot of people may not like her or not, she does have her a little fan base. I think that she has more of a fan base than Amaya, than Hannah. She has enough of a fan base to try to keep her in this game. Is what I would believe. I don't know if she has enough to win the show right now. But she definitely has enough to keep her in the game. So when I would think that Iris and Hannah were definitely in the bottom. I think that Amaya was probably ranked higher than them. And because we don't really, the amount of time Iris has been on the show, we don't really know her for real. Like, I mean, it's bland. She kind of gives vibes of Austin for me a little bit. But I did feel like she needed another chance because I wanted to like hopefully we can get to know more of her or something like that. She got caught up in the saga with the Hannah and the Jeremiah situation or whatever. So when they said Hannah, I was like, Chelley was taking forever. I said, Hannah, hurry up, girl. Let's come on now. She said, Hannah, I was happy. I said, you gotta go, girl. Hannah bust out crying, honey. It was dramatic. It was a dramatic spin. Very dramatic. Miss Girl was very emotional. I said, no, go out there and find Charlie. Then you say you miss him sometimes? Go find Charlie. Okay? That girl said, what the fuck? Like, what the hell is this? What the fuck y'all got going on? Like, what kind of shit is this? Me? Okay? Y'all finna get rid of me? So she was upset. Then it's time for the boys. So they definitely did not go in a particular order. And if you ask me, this could have been a scheme that production set up to come to us with the bullshit. And I say that as well because y'all remember yesterday's game. I mean, well, I can't say that. I don't know. But yesterday's game, Nick said when they asked at the challenge, they said, "Who do you think should be going home, or who do you think should lead a herd?" He went and dumped everything on his bestie, Jeremiah. Let me tell y'all, if y'all have any besties out there that use certain situations to crack a joke on your ass, that hoe is not your bestie. You understand me? And put you in weird situations or whatever. If ever you have to question some shit about your bestie once or twice, please don't even let it get to a third. Just dial back, baby. Just dial back. Okay? And I don't know why y'all talking about bestie anyway when y'all only been in the villa about 3 weeks. Okay? But yeah, bestie inside the villa, but not for real. So he already was playing. So I feel like when Jeremiah got up there, he should have already knew what was up. I mean, he was making certain eyes and facials and all of this stuff. So we kind of already knew. I think, well, he probably already knew, like, damn, they probably gonna vote for me. But I still was kind of like, I don't know. Like, would they really do that? They'll get rid of Jeremiah like that. They see him making this connection with this girl. Like, would they really do it? Would they? I'm like, nah, you gotta send Austin. Like, at least Austin. Now, come on. For real. Come on now. No, no. Mm-mm. 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 The first dude they called was Taylor. I said, I know this shit rigged. Baby, as soon as they called Taylor, I said, I know this shit is rigged. Cause who the fuck? Matter of fact, I need everybody now, okay? All the Taylor fans to the front. All of y'all to the front. All of y'all that got on that app, used your good finger. Okay? Used your good finger to swipe and type and tap. Baby, y'all gonna have to let me know who y'all is that voted for this man. And I don't care about him being the alpha. I don't care nothing about it. Because all these alphas ain't watching the show, and I don't think he got that much support for them to be voting for his ass. You understand what I'm saying? And you call him first? Oh, that's crazy. And we all in my personal are on the same front. We all in my personal on the same front where we do not see this man being the best fit for Olandria. Who chose to save him? Have y'all not seen Jalen on social media? Oh, baby, Jalen got it. I wrote on his post, I said, listen, she will be contacting you. She will be contacting you once she leaves the villa. She will definitely, yes. She will be doubling back. Okay. Don't go too far into them DMs, okay? Give her a chance. She wasn't thinking right. You know what I'm saying? She just, she had a lot going on. All right. She had to come out the villa to see clearly. All right. Cause she don't really listen. It's giving big dog over there with Jalen, baby. Definitely giving big dog. And you over here with this 10 man from the Wizard of Oz. You have got to be kidding me. And I need to know all the people to the front that voted for 10 man immediately. Next up, you call Nick. All right. Olandria calls Nick, not surprised, whatever. Huda calls Ace. Now, I was wondering if Huda was going to be calling Jeremiah. I said, okay, if they call Jeremiah, then Ace they going to save Ace, period. And I was like, yes, we can get Austin up out of here, right? No, they called Ace. I was like, okay. I honestly think that went in reverse. I think Ace may have gotten the most votes. Then I think it was Nick. Then I think it was Taylor. I do. I do. Nick could have been first over Ace, but I definitely believe Taylor was on the lower end of that for sure. But yeah, so they called Jeremiah name, and Jeremiah was very shocked. Very shocked. I was shocked. I was like, wow, y'all got rid of Jeremiah for real. Like, damn. And you had just saw what's her name? Andrina telling TJ, like, dang, I just hope they don't get rid of our connections. And he was like, yeah, me either. And they got rid of her connection. And she was like, really sad. I feel bad for Andrina. I was like, dang, too bad you don't get a chance to explore that connection. You're gonna have to keep it pushing. But I was hoping that she wouldn't give any of them the time of day. All because y'all felt like, and this is what let me say this. I do not mind Jeremiah getting sent home. I know I am shocked about it like a lot of people, but I have a bit of a shrug shoulder about him getting sent home. It's more so the context or the reasoning behind why y'all sent him home. You know what I'm saying? Like, because he's not, I feel like he is exploring. He is doing, like, it's like, damn, if he do it this way, y'all don't like it. If he do it that way, y'all got a problem with it. It's like, damn, you can't win. It's how some of the Huda fans be saying about Huda, because y'all be feeling like she can't win because we clock her ass over here. And then when Huda do this right here in y'all eyes, y'all be like, damn, she can't win. Same thing with Jeremiah when it comes to those guys. What y'all want him to do? He in the coupling got broken up because y'all, and then Taylor got his ass up there trying to use up. Don't use me, bitch. Okay, don't use me on this part. Don't use America here. We're just going off of the decision of America. Yada yada yada. Like, child pie. And this ain't no hard feelings. We still cool. We not. Baby, when Hannah got back to their room and they trying to check on Hannah said, I'm sorry, it's hard to talk to people that just literally voted me out. I said, BIT, I'm with you. You still gotta go. Yeah. You still gonna pack up. Yes, ma'am. You are still going to pack those things on today. Yes, we gonna get you good and we gonna get you out. You understand? However, I feel you. All this snapping pictures and shit. Catch me when I come down the stairs. Catch me when I come down the stairs when I got my good makeup on. Okay, before I even hug these guys, let's go ahead and get this photo. Especially, that should be routine. Come down the stairs, go take photos, go outside, get your man, and go get drinks. That's how that should go. BITCH, don't have me crying down all this makeup up off my face. And then I gotta go sit up here and play nice with these hoes that just kick me out. No. But for memories, yes. Because you're not going to be in this moment forever. Right? But girl, damn all that. Catch me on the front end, bitch, and not the back. Because I was with her and she was like, girl, it's hard to talk to you hoes. Y'all just voted me out. Olandria was like, it was hard. Olandria was like, it was really, really hard. I was like, Serena, it didn't take much. It didn't take shit for real because bitch, you gotta go. Okay, it didn't take much. It didn't take shit. Cause you getting up out of here today. Sorry, you done knocked the boots for the last time. You understand? Yeah. Go out there and find Charlie. I'm sorry, I ain't caring about them tears, girl. You got to go. Period. Got her up. I packed her up. And I thought I was going to get a 2-for-1. And I didn't. We got Austin for another day. And I do not want to see Austin in Casa Amor faking. I just don't. But what else happened? Nick. Nick gonna walk his ass over there to Jeremiah. What's up, man? I love you, bro. I love you, bro. It wasn't an easy decision, bro. We good, bro. You still like one of my best friends, bro. Like, I love you, bro. Like, love, it's all good, bro. Like, we had to do something tough, bro. Like, it's all good. I'll see you on the outside, bro. Like, we're still besties for life, Like, I can't. Oh, he was so fake. Let me tell y'all something. Here's one thing, and I know people can't stand Ace, and that's fine. Y'all have y'all personal. I have mine. For me, I will very well much so take a Ace before I take a Nick. Because with Ace is showing you who the fuck he is in your face. And you can take it, you can leave it, you don't have to like it, whatever it is. That woman tried to hold his hand, he said, hell no. Okay? He said what he need to say to your face. Okay? Period. So y'all can clock Ace, feel away, be mad about it, whatever. That motherfucking Nick, fake as hell. And we've seen it so many times on this show. He sat up there, Mamacita. Yeah, Mr. Mamacita. Sat up there acting like everything is so cool with him and Huda, and then he's gone and he's talk shit about her too, right? He's over here cool with this person, Jeremiah, and then talking shit, right? You over here dealing with Jeremiah, don't like his coupling and how he's handling things, but as soon as Huda go to the left with it, call him out his name, da 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 da, and then he like, I'm not rocking with that. Then you make him feel like he wrong for not rocking with a person that just called him out his name when you want to sit up there and do the same. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I need you to pick a side. Are you on Huda's side or you not on Huda's side? Like, which one is it? And then now you act like you his friend. You call him your bestie or whatever, but then you turn around and you assist in voting him out. And I feel like Taylor and Jeremiah, I don't know what their connection is or what's what, but it's a reason they had Taylor sit up there and do it. I don't know why. Ace, you should have been doing it. I mean, maybe Ace felt like if I stand up and do it, he know he going home. Okay? Nick don't want to do it because he's still trying to uphold this bestie bullshit. So Taylor like, all right, bet I get up there. and barely can get the words out his mouth. So for me, that's why I'm like, yeah, I'm like, girl, is this gonna be my last time voting? Is this? Now I'll probably always vote for, well, shoot, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna vote anymore. We'll see. I have to go off my mood. Cause right now I'm like, if I tell you who I don't want, or I tell you who's at my top, don't concoct nothing. Something in no particular order. No, we tell them hoes in this order, in this order, in that order, in that order. Yeah, call Mama D and get it in that order so they know who we like. Y'all had no issues letting them know the other week how we felt about Jeremiah and old girl or whatever. So why they can't know that they at the bottom? And honestly, when you at the bottom, it ain't much you can do to come from up out of there. For real, for real. So let's be clear. But yeah, I kind of felt a little bad for Jeremiah only because again, he went home. Part of it is like, okay, so what? Like, oops. But then it's like the way y'all went about doing it though, at the same time, it's like, so like, huh? I don't like that. Cause truth be told, while you sitting over here is talking about somebody being stuck up under one person, Taylor been stuck up under Olandria because ain't nobody been interested in his ass either. So is he exploring? Is he trying to get to know other people? But no, you made sure you saved your boy on last week though, right? You made sure you saved your boy and you sent the big dog home. That's crazy. I feel like you about felt the way about Big Dog too, because you knew Big Dog was gonna be competition for your ass once he realized he had to get his eyes off of Miss Olandria. So I don't know if you really just did that for Taylor as much as you may have likely did that for yourself. So I can't. That right there, like, girl, listen, that's crazy. Mm 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 mm. That's crazy. Baby, y'all was bothered by Jeremiah, but I still don't. In the beginning, yes, y'all, I get it. I get it. But this time is so much different. After we saw him and Iris talk, agree to only being friends. She's trying to hop on the zick of TJ, and he trying to give zick to the other girl. And she wants it. Child, they was y'all. And guess what, Nick? You still not finna get her. She better not give Nick the time of day. For real. Like, I wouldn't even. And then just watching how Nick moves, y'all, in the villa. Why do y'all still go on the show and be like, oh, Nick, paddywhack, give a dog a bone? Okay? That's literally what it be doing. Okay? Between him and Ace, yeah, Ace is in charge of the girls, meaning Nick and Taylor. And he definitely be knick-knack, paddywhacking, giving Nick a bone. And he give Taylor one too when it comes to Miss Olandria. I can't. Huda is upset. She already knew old boy was finna go home. She could tell from the way that Taylor was talking. So her eyes is welling up because she still has this care for Jeremiah, right? So she cries her eyes out. She pulls him for a chat. They chat. She apologizes to him for being mean to him and stuff. And, she had some great times with him in the villa and she's gonna miss him. And he's like, yo, Mr. Right, your guy, he gonna walk through this door soon. Jeremiah wanted to cry. Jeremiah was really hurt. He wanted to cry. So she over there crying, her eyes out. I did feel like one of them may have needed to go. If you ask me, I would have been sent Huda home. hotkey, you know. And because one of them have to go, part of me was like, okay, Jeremiah, it had to be you, you know. So Hannah, it's time for her to go find Charlie. But why is she sitting over there with old boy? Why is she sitting over there with Pepe and he over there whispering into her? She keep getting these Titanic moments. He over there whispering to her like they on the float in the waters. So he whispering to her that when I get out of here, you know I'll find you. Everybody trying to find Hannah when they get out, huh? Okay, well, we hope it works out. They take these photos. Y'all need to do that before elimination. Jeremiah says, listen, I ain't gonna lie. Jeremiah said, I feel betrayed. I said, you should. I said, you should feel betrayed. Especially because these people are sitting in your face telling you that, or at least Nick is, that y'all are besties. And then Ace walks his whack. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to get him that. Walk his whack ass up there too. Talk about, it wasn't that personal. Bookie Dookie, it was giving every bit of personal. It was every bit of personal. It was every bit of personal. It was every bit. It was every bit of personal. So I hope that the shakeups get even more shaky. And if we got a brand new cast before this villa is done, meaning all of the originals are barely there, maybe two, it is what it is. Because I've just been seeing a lot of people online like Team Jeremiah, Team Jeremiah, Team Jeremiah. I support Jeremiah. So I don't know. And on top of the fact that they already weren't liking you, Ace. So I don't know how far you're going to make it, but we shall see. But I still want Austin out because I feel like Austin is one of those people that will fly under the radar just a little bit. Just coasting along as he has been doing, and he really ain't making no connections here. So I feel like that's a person that need to go. A person that's not really making no connections, and every time we look up, they complaining about some shit. Let him out. Release him of his misery, please. Please. Y'all gonna around and have Pepe winning the show with somebody else. And you know how he be lying too. So, but y'all brought it on yourselves. Like I said earlier, y'all, I really feel like this is one of the most watched and worst seasons of Love Island USA. For me. That's my personal, not yours, okay? But y'all can leave y'all thoughts and stuff down below. Let me see what these super chats are saying. Did I get those? Oh, thank you so much for the super chat. See you season 7 and Love Island UK is on it. Okay, so I've been saying I was gonna catch up because I feel like I'm like a week or so behind. I said I was gonna catch up. I'm gonna try my best. I'm gonna try my best to catch up and see what they're talking about over there. Thank you so much for the super chat. Nick wanted Jeremiah out so he can have a chance with Andrina. You know what? I think that the issue with him and Andrina was even before that, before Andrina got there. But that's just me. That may be a factor with it. It might be a potential factor, and it may not be Andrina. Maybe he just wants him out as a whole because maybe it's typical for them to really, when a girl comes in, they typically mention those three guys that they're interested in: Nick, Ace, and Jeremiah. And y'all know what I think Ace's issue may be with Jeremiah. Jeremiah's not willing to be a minion. That may be what it is. It may not even be jealousy. It just me. Jeremiah may not have been interested in being a minion like Taylor and Nick is to Ace. And because of that, I feel like that's them creating an alliance in an effort to get everybody out so that they can make sure that they're the last one standing at the very end. That's what the fuck is going on. That is what the fuck is going on. Now, I don't know if second and third prize win anything, maybe a lot of brand deals, a lot of attention or whatnot. But now I think I see what they may be trying to do. So if it ever came down to them having to continue to vote for the guy they want to stay, they're going to always save their guys. But if you got Nick and Taylor up there, Taylor, if it not Taylor, but if you got Nick and Taylor up there and Ace has to make the decision, Nick, baby, you going home. You're going to go home. It was something else I think I was gonna say about that Nick wanted Jeremiah so he can have a chance with Andrina. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Um, just the fact that he tried to call him out earlier on when you was on his tail about his dynamic and stuff with the relationship with Huda. Then you turn around when he's like, "Oh, she's cooked." Now you want to sit up there and tell him that how he's moving is a problem. What? And ain't nobody tell Nick how he moving is a problem aside from Ace saying sex can get very complicated. It can affect everything. Child, these folks here is a mess. But listen, interesting times. We're gonna continue to be tuned into the show. I will tell you that. That's all that I got for you guys. Shout out to the 800 plus we've had in the chat. I thank you guys so much for being here. You could have been anywhere. If you could do me a favor and support the channel, all right, by just liking, it does not cost you anything. It won't hurt you at all to just support the video, especially if you stayed as long as you did. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of y'all have been here for the entire hour. And some of y'all may have been here for at least 30 minutes, but we kept 800 in the chat for a good amount of time. So it would be great if we could get those 800 to 1,000 likes as well. So shout out to you guys. Thank you so much for being here. That's all that I got. Before I go, I'm trying to figure out who is this person talking to in the chat. Geneva, who you talking to, love? Because you be giving Agent of Chaos, and I'm just trying to make sure whoever you talking to is definitely not me. Okay, so just let me know, my love. Thank you for the super chat, Becky. Peer character. Oh, you said the peer character. Okay. Thanks for being you with hearts popping out. Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I think that was a super sticker. Let's see. Okay. I just wanted to check that. Okay. All right, y'all. Let me go. Okay. Thanks for watching. Bye, y'all.
I preach to the choir, stand with my feet to the fire, give all the glory to God. Stand in the midst of these haters, I'm silent, nobody can stop me. Just gotta check in my notification, them numbers hit like it's a proxy. Cashed out at the ATM, and the ATL, they done made a gym. I've been kicking doors like the ATF, got them trying to clone me like Aegis. Game time, I invaded gym, high elevated, I can face the rim, putting shots up. I got laser focus, about to take it over, I'm Invader Zim. On a trip to Florida like it's A&M. Who that nigga, man, they say I'm him. Spit the truth, never wasting film, I can feel it.